I'm gonna try to tell this story the best I can without going in a bunch of different directions. Um, It'll probably wind up being like four stories in one. You know how I do. I'm on my lunch break right now, so I use this. I know you can't see it, but I have this little phone mount that I use to record all my videos and when I need the GPS when I'm dashing and stuff that I have. Well, it broke. It was broke for about. It was broke for probably about 3 4 days, maybe something like that. So today I finally said, all right, I need to fix this mount. It makes my life easier. It makes my life simpler. Uh, so I need to go get some super glue. So I go to this Family Dollar, right? And I walk in there, and this woman is watching this video, and it caught my interest because I heard the man in the video say something along the lines of talking about how the enemies will be at the front line, right? And I'm walking into this, I literally stop and turn around. I said, "What?" I walk up to her. I said, "What video are you watching?" And I finished watching the video with her. And basically, the premise of the video was like one of the parts of the video says when somebody robs a house, they wear a mask, right? Because they don't want to be identified. They don't want you to know who they are. They don't want you to be like, "Oh, that's Craig, that's Dave, that's Rob, that's you know." They don't want you to know who they are. They want to hide their identity. I said, "You know what?" I said, "It's funny that I run into you because yesterday I was just telling one of my coworkers how if the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist, how would you convince the world you don't exist? You wouldn't call yourself Satan. You wouldn't call yourself Lucifer. You wouldn't call yourself the devil. You wouldn't call you because we know who that is, right? We know who that is. So you'd say, oh, like if Satan walked up to you, you'd be like, oh, that's Satan. I'm good. If the devil, oh, that's the devil. I'm good, right? He comes disguised as everything that you think you want. He comes disguised as money, fame, fortune, clothes, cars, women, all this worldly stuff. That's what he comes disguised as because it's what you have to do to obtain these worldly things, right? And I'm not saying every rich person is a devil worshiper, and I'm not saying that, right? I genuinely do believe that there are people who walk this earth right now who through Christ, through God, have obtained success because He comes to give us life abundantly, right? But when you got these rappers out here and you got all these people who have sold their soul, right? I'm just saying you gotta know the difference, right? So I'm talking to this woman and I'm telling her like, um, she asked me a question. She says, okay, blah, 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 blah. She says, well, what do you think your purpose is? I said, man, I said, that's a funny question. And as I start to explain it, we see this woman at the counter who need help. So, I didn't want to keep it by. I said, hey, I said, well, I got to find some super glue. She said, it's okay. I'll give you time to think about it. So I walk up to the counter and I start talking to this woman. I start telling her about how, like, in middle school and high school, people called me the whitest black guy that they knew because I didn't sag my pants. I wore polos and I wore a belt and I was very well spoken. I was, well rounded, well educated, well versed in, my grammar and stuff. I pronounced my E's and my R's and all this other stuff, right? And I said, so I've always felt like my gift was always speaking. I've always in and when God brings us into this world, He brings every single one of us into this world with a gift, right? We just have to find what it is. We have to remember what it is, and we have to live through this gift, right? So I'm telling her all this stuff and blah 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 blah. And then lo and behold, she finally breaks. She says, "Well, actually, it's not funny that I meet you because I'm a pastor." And I'm organizing a event in California and all this stuff and yada yada yada. So and this was after we had been talking for like 10 15 minutes. And she's like, I'm organizing an event in California. Um, she said, I'd love to connect with you on Facebook. And maybe if you possibly want to come out and use your gift. I thought I thought this is the craziest thing in the world. And it's like, and I finished. I'm not gonna, tell all the details of the story and stuff and blah blah, all this and all that. But I come back out, I got the super glue to fix my phone mount, and I just like I'm literally crying in front of this woman. I'm serious. In the middle of Family Dollar, I'm literally crying. Tears coming down I'm literally crying in public in the middle of Family Dollar because the words that she's telling me have so much weight. They have so much power. They're resonating with my soul and who I am so deeply. And the most important message that she gave me was when God took me on this journey that I'm on. She's speaking about herself. When God took me on this journey that I'm on, I didn't know it was gonna be this lonely. I didn't know I was gonna be this lonesome. But me meeting you is just a reminder that I'm not alone, that there are people out here who think like me and who believe the same things as me and who are on the same mission and path, this journey and gateway as me, or whatever you want to say, right? And I literally come back to my car, and in the middle of it took me 10 minutes to fix this motor because I'm bawling. I know you can. I just wiped my face off with a wipe. No, you can't. I'm bawling, like tears are pouring down my face. I am bawling in my car. I am pouring like a faucet because these words that this woman told me had so much weight, and they had so much power, right? And I'm telling you this. I am telling you this because for the past 2 weeks, the craziest things have been happening to me. I've been meeting people that I never thought I would ever meet in my life. I've been going to places I never thought that I would go. I've been seeing things I never thought. I've been having interactions that I would never have if I just stayed at a desk for 10 hours or sat on a forklift for 10 hours or was digging holes right? Sometimes we'll be in the middle of a storm. We will be smack dab in the middle of this path that God has perfectly carved out for us. But for some reason, I don't know, for some reason, we will walk this perfectly paved path and we will say, no, I want to go this way. And I don't understand. I've done it. I have done it before. And I don't understand why we do it. Right? So I am telling you, number one, first and foremost, you have a gift. You have to identify what that gift is, second of all. And third of all, you have to live in that gift. You have to use that gift. Because a man, and we all know this, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great people, right? Identify your gift and live in it. Because I promise you, when you do, your life will go places that you didn't even know can exist. You will meet people that you never would have met at your job or just doing or whatever. Right? The greatest work Jesus ever did wasn't in the church. It was on the boat. It was out here. It was out here talking to people. It wasn't in the church. Right? I've been out here. I've been out here for 2 weeks. I ain't even been tripping it. I ain't I ain't even been tripping on it, man. I ain't even been tripping on it because I've met and helped so many people. I have met and helped more people in the past 2 weeks than I did all 2020 and probably 2021 combined. It's just crazy, man. I'm just telling y'all, it's just crazy. Whatever it is that you think your life should be, I promise you, whatever vision you have, whatever gift you have, I promise you, you will not live and die to regret using it. That is a promise. This is a 10-minute video. I know ain't nobody making it this far, so I'm gonna wrap. I'm gonna wrap it up. Finish eating my pineapple. I love y'all. Eat your fruits and your veggies, and drink your water because it's good for you. Love yourself. Stay safe, and just never quit. No matter what happens, no matter how rough it gets, never give up in your life. Don't ever give up.